Some news just coming in. This is a big takeaway from Russian minister's interview. The minister says Zelenskyy wanted nuclear weapons. Also, no winner in nuclear war is what Lavrov has said. Also, Lavrov denies Russian war crime in Bucha. The minister is also blaming Nato, which is North Atlantic Treaty Organization countries, for triggering war, saying that we did not target civilian areas. The Russian minister says Zelenskyy changes his mind every time.
Tactical nuclear weapons. Will Russia ever use them, deploy them?
Zelenskyy, we never mentioned about this. He mentioned this, so his intelligence must have provided him with some news. I cannot comment something which a not very adequate person pronounces.
As a P5 member, as a nuclear power, will nuclear be an option at all? Is it on the table at all?
When the Soviet Union and the United States in 1987, Gorbachev and Reagan decided that they have special responsibility for peace on this planet, they signed a solemn declaration that there could be no winners in a nuclear war, and therefore nuclear war must never be launched. After the Trump administration came to office, we have been telling them, because the tensions were aggravated, and we said, why don't we try to send a positive political message to the entire universe and to reiterate what Gorbachev and Reagan pronounced. They, during all the 4 years of the administration, they refused to do so. But we were really encouraged when President Biden was inaugurated, 5 days after his inauguration, and we have repeated this offer. He first agreed to extend the START treaty without any preconditions, which the Trump administration was not ready to do. And in June, in June 2021, when they met with President Putin in Geneva, they issued this declaration. On our initiative, this declaration was issued. After the Americans and the Russians said that there must be no nuclear war, don't even think about it, we started to promote the same commitment in the context of the P5. Not the United States, not UK, not France, Russia. And eventually, earlier this year, in January this year, the P5, at the level of the presidents and heads of government, issued the statement which we initiated and which we were pushing through for all these years.
Going back to the investigations, you're saying that the Azov battalion, and absolutely shameful, yes, they should be investigated. They are not, they are neo-Nazis, and they should not have been incorporated and integrated into any military regime in any country. But will you introspect and look at your own people as well? Is there any, instead of denying and rejecting claims, will there be an investigation against your own people? If they have done wrong, will they be held accountable?
We have our law which prohibits the military to do anything which is not allowed under international humanitarian law. Any violations are absolutely registered and investigated. And I will on Azov, it's interesting you mentioned it, because Azov was listed in the United States, I think, in 2014 or 2015, as a group which cannot be supported, which cannot legitimately operate, and it was prohibited by Congress to provide any assistance to this battalion. Everybody forgot about this, or rather they certainly remember what this group is about, and they decided to put their money on this group. In Japan, as you know, they passed a special decree by the government that Azov is no longer a neo-Nazis group, and the Japanese government apologizes for listing Azov some time ago as such. And of course, when President Zelenskyy, in his camouflage, was asked about Azov by another journalist who felt, that something was wrong with these neo-Nazi strands. And Zelenskyy said quietly, well, Azov, they are what they are. We have many groups like this. They are part of our army. Excuse me, the media started asking questions about Azov only when the military operation was launched. For the long 8 years, nobody lifted a finger, nobody bothered, about what was being groomed in Ukraine as probably continuation, or rather resurrection of what was boiling in Europe in 1930s.